Hi, this is Mark. Today we're making crispy tofu, salt and spicy. I was at a dim sum restaurant and they brought this out. It was an amazing dish, just simple tofu, that's all it was, but they had fried it, they had made it really nice and crispy and then put these toppings on it. We're going to repeat that. And this is an excellent dish to serve, especially if you're drinking or something like that. Wow, this is really good, okay? Simple ingredients. Number one, tofu. Main thing. Nothing exciting about it, but we're going to make it exciting. This is extra firm cube, 12 ounces. You can get this at any store, any of your grocery stores, but you got to get the extra firm. If you get the soft when you fry this, it's going to come apart, so you don't want that. Extra firm tofu, okay? Then on this side, we've got cornstarch. Any brand's fine. Salt. Now I'm using a coarse salt here. You can use a fine salt, but the coarse salt's a little nice, it adds a little crunch. Black pepper. Garlic, just a grated garlic, powdered onion, and these two ingredients you might have a little more hard time finding. You're going to find these in Vietnamese stores, Thai stores, Korean stores, and sometimes your local markets, or you can find online. But this is fried onion and fried garlic, both Asian style, and you want to try to get those if you can. I've got chopped up red onion. I've got the two types of pepper here. I have a jalapeno pepper and an Anaheim pepper. This is the Anaheim here. It's a little milder than the jalapeno. This is all about flavoring it the way you want to. So how much onion or pepper you put in. You can even put in green pepper, red peppers, bell peppers. That's fine. I've got some cilantro and I've got some chopped up green onion, some spring onion. So that's how we're going to start. The first thing we're going to do is take a bag here. And the first thing you do, and you can do this in a bowl too, but with cornstarch, I make a mess. So I always find a bag's a little bit better because cornstarch is like ultimate powder here. And you don't want to get it all over the place. I'm going to take that cornstarch. I'm going to put a fair amount in here. It's probably about where I want to be. And measuring that out, that might be a quarter of a cup, a half a cup. Doesn't really matter too much. It depends on how much tofu you're using. Then you're going to add in the black pepper. This isn't about measurement, this is about taste. So again, the black pepper, I'm going to put a fair amount in here. And then the garlic. Again, measure the taste here. You've got to play around with it. You've got to eat this a few times here. If you drink enough with it, you'll keep fixing it. Just write down what you're doing. It'd be a good idea, or tape it, then you can remember. Then taking the bag, and I'm shaking these up and mixing it. Now you can do this in a bowl, like I said, it's not hard. And in here we've got a nice mix of that, and now we're going to leave our cilantro out of the way here. And our onion. We're going to take our tofu. Now we did drain this tofu first, which tofu is packed in water. Okay, so we're going to take it out here. And then we're going to cube it more. Sort of a rectangle now. And the size really depends on what you want to select here. I'm taking it, cutting about like that. I'm going to cut it in half. Try to do this without killing yourself here, cutting your hand off. Okay, and then I'm going to cube it down again. Like so. So what I've come up with, cubes about like that. Now some people like them a little smaller, but I kind of like that size, that's good. And then we want to dry these. You don't want these too wet. We're going to take them in a paper towel and dry them just a little. Just to get that, so we're not putting it in that cornstarch and it's too wet. I'm going to make me a mess here. Not getting my tofu under control. So I'm squeezing it just slightly. Again, we don't want to mess it up. Then we're going to take up these cubes and miss the bag. There we go. Put them in. Like so. I'm kind of mixing them around a little. Again, you can do this in a bowl. That's fine. I find a bag works pretty good. Again, because you start stirring this corn starch around, and it's gonna really go over. Then I'm just tumbling it before I put in any more. I'm trying to get a coating on that. Put some more in. And you can always double this recipe. It's really easy. It's not really that difficult. We're actually going to cook it kind of twice. So we're going to fry this tofu first. Then we're going to come back and blend it together in the wok really quick. You can use any kind of big pan. You'll get the idea in a little bit why we do that. So we're going to mix this. And actually we're going to let this set for about 5-10 minutes. We want that coating on there. We're going to mix it again. Every now and then just come back and keep turning that. I need that to kind of dry on there and adhere to the tofu. And the idea is once we put it in the fryer, then that tofu is going to harden, that cornstarch is going to harden around the tofu and make it really crispy. And of course it's already got some spices in it, but we're going to add to it. So let's leave it there and we'll come back in just a minute. So now we're ready to move on to the tofu here. Now if we look inside the bag, this is kind of what we've got. This is what you want. It's a coated tofu cube. It's got some of that black pepper, the garlic, and the onion all in it. And that cornstarch has really adhered to it like glue. Okay, so I'm using some of these tongs because I don't feel like getting burned here. And we're going to drop in the tofu here. As you can see, if you look in there, if I get the camera in and look in there and see, we don't really want them touching until they get a little fried, otherwise they will stick together and you will create a new universe of tofu, which will probably look like one of the 50 states instead of a cube. And you don't want that. If that does happen, if you start getting them to stick together, just get in here with this and push them around, get them to break it up. Because they like to hang out. You got to be careful here. And I got the this at 340 degrees. And we're going to just cook these till golden brown. Which might take a little bit. And we're going to do half at a time. So not them about as full as I want. In this particular thing here, I can kind of rack them here a little. And we'll let those cook. We'll cook the other batch. And then we're going to have a bowl of fried tofu that we're going to do some more stuff to. So let's come back to that in a minute. Okay, so now our tofu is all fried and it's really crispy, a lot different than it was before, as you can hear. Okay, that's what we're looking for. Looks like popcorn shrimp. You can also do this with squid. In addition, which we're going to try a little bit later, and we're going to put a little oil in here, not a lot. We got oil, we got fish sauce, and soy sauce. You can leave out the fish sauce if you're a little worried about that. But a lot of people do like fish sauce, so we're just taking the wok, getting it pretty hot here. And then we're going to put in a little onion over here. And a little bit of the pepper. And again, depending on how hot you want this dish, okay, it's going to depend on exactly how much pepper and things you put in here. I like putting a little bit in here, but if you put too much, the sauce will get really hot. And it will really be tough to eat. Okay, got a pan here with onion and some pepper in it. And I'm just cooking that down a little. And you really kind of want to do this pretty fast. So we're just going to let it heat up. And then we're going to put our tofu in. And we're going to turn it. Now at this stage you really want to go pretty quick because we don't want to uncrisp the tofu. That's not going to be good if we do that. So we're mixing this in. We're going to put a little fish sauce again. If you don't like fish sauce, a little scared of it, don't have to put it in. Just add a little bit to the flavor. Makes the house smell funny, brings the cats out of the corner. And we're just tossing it. really fast. Add a little more onion. I'll add in a little more of the pepper. And our salt. And don't be surprised if you put a little bit more salt in here. Some of that salt is going to fall through, so it's not going to stick to everything. Oops, lost one. I'm trying to get away. And I'm just blending these in more. Then we can turn our fire off. Add in our cilantro. And more onion. I'm kind of getting these at different stages of the cook stage. And a little more of the pepper. When we're done here, we come over here, get our cameraman over here. We're going to put it up on the dish. Got to handle the wok here. And we're going to put a little green onion on top. Some of the cilantro. A little regular onion. And some of that pepper. Doesn't really matter here. It's kind of a happy little dish. Dried garlic. I almost forgot that. Ahead of me. And our dried onion. Like that. So then when you eat this, you kind of grab all the pieces at once. If I eat this, I won't be able to talk. So again, this is Junior behind the camera, Mark in front. Again, I'll try this again. Crispy tofu, salty, peppery, spicy. Really good. Check it out.